We cannot hear anything.
Are we?
Yeah.
I'll call the meeting to order for May 21st of the Board of Finance. I very much apologize that it's 7:22. We had a little mix up on the links to the meeting, I guess, on the scheduling. Should I call it?
No.
No?
Okay.
Yeah.
We have 2 members present.
Okay. So, calling the meeting to order, and we do not, I don't think we have members online. Do you guys see anyone who's a member and alternate? We do have a quorum. We do not have alternates or other members here yet. A couple of them, I mean, I think one of them at least will be joining us late. And just want to say that there was the town meeting last night. This is just an update. There was a town meeting, and those present, the citizens present, moved to go to second referendum on June 2nd. It's a Tuesday, of course, to vote on the revised budget in second referendum. It would include the town budget and the local schools budget. The Region 19 budget's already advanced because the member towns had enough yay votes to move that one down the line. So that's the situation on that. I don't think there's anything else I need to update you on yet, but we can bring things up later. We'll go to approval of minutes first. Did you guys have a chance to look at these?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes of May 7th, 2026.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion about those? All right, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? I think everybody said aye. I don't need to do the whole drill, I guess.
Yeah.
Thank you. So now we will open for present to speak. I just want to make sure that you know public participation is desired and encouraged. Speakers will be limited to time and appropriateness of comments to maintain progress, stay on topic, and employ decorum. Thank you. Should I call on Luke? Let's see.
Yeah.
Luke? I don't know your last name, but
I guess.
okay.
No.
I think it's just a hand up then. Can you unmute yourself? Yes, okay. Okay, is there anyone else who is present to speak? And there are no citizens in the room, so I'm going to move on to old business. Did you guys want to discuss anything about the upcoming budget referendum or the town meeting? There is that updated sort of finalized chart with the key elements in it. They are that the overall spending increase in the budgets is 2.6%, I believe. I'm just kind of leafing through. Actually, that might not be in the packets. I think that's in the one that I sent you today and the one that came with the town meeting. So it's 2.6% for all the budgets combined, spending increase year over year. And the school budget with the second round of cuts we did for a total of 300,000 off that budget gets it down to 3.9%, which is pretty much in sync with the rate of inflation. The revenues are up 3% largely because of a late infusion of state funds, both for municipal and education grants and or aid. And the tax impact is just under 5%. So those are the basic numbers on that. The town government increase is down to 1% growth year over year. And like I said, the school's 3.9. Region 19 was 2.4. So, did you say
No.
Oh. Okay, tell me what it is. All right. So that's kind of a recap of that. Is there anything you guys want to discuss, or should we move on to a new business?
Let's keep it rolling.
Okay. I'm going to suggest, and I don't know if we need to vote on it, if we swap Mike's on there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait, we don't need to swap it then. Let's go to the review and approve the fiscal year 26-27 suspense list. I don't know if Ashley's on here. Is she? Can you tell?
I didn't see her.
I see that.
Yeah, I don't think she is either.
No, she's Wellington AM.
No, that's.
Well, if you guys want to go to those.
Hello? Can you
Hello?
hear me?
Yeah, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry about that. I'm picking up
Are
my
you-
son from baseball, but I'm here.
Oh, don't worry. Thank you. Glad you're here. Okay, so I'm going to that part, going to those documents. Do you want to, Ashley is the revenue collector. She put the suspense list together. Thank you for your work on that. Can you just kind of, I know the first document we have is the kind of the official one that requires the signature. And then you have some breakdowns for the rest. Do you want to give us a sort of intro into this and what you see as any trends or anything that you want to point out?
Yeah, sure. So as the tax collector, we do per statute 12-165 have to file a suspense list every year. Now the suspense list is still collectible. However, it's just not including what we need to collect or what we're not collecting at this time. So I have a total of $28,475.79. And that just basically includes the majority of personal property. And again, me and my assistant Gavin have tried many different ways to try and collect these. And a lot of them have either moved out of state or they're getting returned mail back stating that they're not at that place anymore. I do see a high trend of the personal property, which includes the campers and, unregistered motor vehicles. And I have, put those on the list. I believe I provided each the motor vehicle personal property as well as the motor vehicle supplementals. But yes, so again, they are collectible. It's just I don't expect it at this time. I just don't see much revenue coming in with the personal property.
Okay, but those still, do we contract with agencies that are continuing to pursue that, or are we kind of saying we're not doing that activity anymore? Like,
Oh yeah,
collect-
no, definitely.
Yeah,
We are with, I'm sorry if I'm lagging. We are with the recovery group. It's the American National Recovery Group. We actually just signed on for it's a collection agency to give them this list as well as, other lists to keep collecting on those. And again, it's just not something that I expect at this time to collect revenue on, but it is still collectible.
And some of this is a business closing or also someone's deceased. Those are the other causes for them ending up on the suspense list, correct?
That is correct. Yep. So we did mail, there's tax warrants that are out right now. There's a couple of things that I have sent out, and they have called and said this person is no longer here. It's in, they're deceased, or they're in probate or estate trying to, come up with the funds. So I'm expecting, those. I just don't know when.
Okay, thank you. Are there any questions from board members about what you're seeing on the breakdown or anything you would need to know about? Okay. I think we should then have a motion to accept approve I'll move to approve the fiscal year 26-27 suspense list.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right. It's for a vote. Thank you, Ashley. And so we need to sign and date this. We can do this now and leave it for you. I don't know how much access we have in the building. Should I bring it back tomorrow? Something like that?
That would be fine.
You need it though, because you're gonna probably copy it and stuff and then file it with the town clerk for us, right?
That is correct. Yep, it is going in my annual report. So I do have to get it recorded with the town clerk, but that can happen before July 1st.
Okay. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you so much, guys.
Stephanie.
Yes.
The Mike McCoo, first selectman, the town offices are closed, except for the finance department tomorrow. So if you do bring it by tomorrow, just bring it into finance and leave it with them for Ashley, please.
Okay.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
I knew that, but thank you for clarifying because, it's a little bit wonky tonight. Thanks. Okay. And then, next, the next item is to deal with the request from Emergency Services Facilities Building Committee. And Andy, do you want to talk about that? Or Mike will, either way.
Stephanie, I don't know. Andy's on the road. I'm not sure he's going to be able to
Okay.
communicate. So as vice chairman of the committee, I'd be happy to comment on that. And I think I'll let Mr. McCoo go first because really it's his request.
All right.
Along with Andy's, I guess. Mike, you could explain it well enough, I think. I just want to show solidarity with this request. That's all. I guess Mike's not.
I chase after them, and on
I think your audio was
4th,
out, Mike.
I had a meeting with. Are we good?
We just missed the first, but we have you now. Thank you.
Okay. May 4th, I had a Zoom meeting with a guidance person from the Department of Economic Development for their CIF grant program. And I had not ever dealt with CIF before, as with most of the things I'm encountering. And so he described how the program works. Mike D'Amato had already told me we should look into it because he's familiar with it. So that was what got me into doing the Zoom meeting. And during this meeting, the guidance person from economic development said, okay, well, probably a good way is for me to pick things out of your town's needs that are more likely to align with the goals of the CIF program. And so we went over everything that was in the CIP plan. We went over things we've been talking about in town. We talked about economic development. And out of all the stuff we talked about, he picked out as a good fit for planning, talking about South Wellington utilities and development for the South Wellington Village, And for construction, he picked out the new fire station possibilities for 25 Old Farms Road. And there are two channels. So there's a planning channel in the grant and there's a construction channel, and you can apply for both. So his recommendation were those would be the two things we would apply for. Reasons he felt that the fire station on Old Farms Road was a valuable project to apply for is that it was almost at shovel ready status because the Wellington Hill Fire Department had already paid QA&M to do program level drawings, and Wellington Hill Fire Department already owns the land. And the study, we talked about the facility study that's being presented next week to the public. And because the study, because it was consistent with one of the options in the study, either the one single station option or the two station option were both potentially viable at the 25 Old Farms location. He said that is part of, you have to tell the story in this grant of why it's valuable for your town and what you've done to prepare for it. So he felt this was a good fit. We talked about the current project on the mold remediation at 426 River Road. He said because we already have a CDS federal grant for that, you can't really overlap the grants. We have to let CDS see what it's going to do first before we can apply for that. But also 6 months from now, we can apply again. It's the rounds for CIF are every 6 months. So based on his recommendations, I reached out to Chief Snyder, asked for the documents that he had presented before. I contacted QA&M. I got a pricing sheet from them to update the documents with updated pricing because they were from 2023. And based on all of that, I went to the facilities committee meeting last week and asked if the committee would consider approving not to exceed $3,000 to have QA&M update the drawings, new prices, and there's a cover letter that goes with their package, and they would need to update some of the language in the cover letter, and that was partly in line with what the guidance person from CIF told me. So he said, you know, you have to look at what the grant's asking for, and your cover letter should try to address any of those items that the grant is looking for that you believe your project satisfies. So that's what leads us to here. The committee voted. I had some debate and discussion about it. I'll let Ralph kind of talk about the committee's action. But that was really my role in it. And for those who don't know, when I became first selectman, I moved out of a voting position on that committee. So I really, even though I do still participate in the committee, I really participate more as first selectman and in my effort to chase down grants for the town. So I'll let Ralph take it from there as far as the committee's actions, unless anyone has any questions.
What is CIF? What does it stand for?
Community Investment Fund.
Thanks.
Whatever it takes to get some money. It's always a good thing. From the Andy, are you on yet or not? All right, I'll just go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, the committee discussed this in detail. The $3,000 expenditure seems to point in a good direction for the committee's goals. Realistically, one of our concerns to a small degree was whether we would be locked into doing something of the magnitude shown on QA&M's drawings at 25 Old Farms. Mike doesn't feel that it precludes us from doing anything at 426 River Road or any other location that might arise out of completion of the committee's work. So I think it's a reasonable investment to see what kind of a grant we can get. As long as we're not locked into some specific project to the nth degree, and we have the opportunity to explore and still explore our options as far as the total services picture, we didn't have a problem with it. So I would endorse allowing that money to be spent in this manner.
Okay, I did have one question. Is there a timeline, Mike or Ralph, on the grant that well, it sounds like there's a timeline to apply. What's the, how often do they?
Yes.
Yeah, can you explain that?
I think Mike can address that best.
Yeah, we have to let them know by next Tuesday that we are applying, because they have to give us a Dropbox link. Mike D'Amato already let them know we were applying, so that he could get the Dropbox link. He didn't want to wait to the last minute. As I explained in the facilities committee, I feel it's my responsibility to the taxpayers to do the application. It's only an application; it's not a commitment. And so I'm going to go forward with the application regardless, just because I think I've got to do it, as a responsibility. But to answer the question more directly, even with getting the Dropbox link, we have to finish our application in the first week of June. I think the deadline is like the 5th or something like that. So we are definitely up against the schedule. It's only a 1-month period. Like I said, I met with them on May 4th. It has to be turned in by June 5th. And that's all the time we had. And by the time, I could go to the committee and then here, we're obviously we're burning up daylight, as they say. And so that's kind of the status of where we are.
How often do they open up grant proposals? Is it another year or?
This particular CIF grant is every 6 months. So this is round 9 that we're applying for. I don't know if we've applied ever over the last 4 years for rounds 1 through 8. We probably have for something. And round 10 comes up this fall. And right now that is the last round that is authorized with funding. There is a lot of discussion that they want to fund it again, and actually the CIF schedule is expecting, when they built the CIF program years ago, they expected to have a new round of authorization starting after this fall's round, and that round, I guess 11, would start at a higher amount of money also. But that was when the program was designed 8 or 10 years ago, so we don't yet know if there will be a round 11. We know there's round 9, which is right now, and round 10, which is in the fall.
Okay. Other questions from the board? Or Mike or Ralph? Pretty straightforward. Is there a motion for this?
A motion to approve the request to release 3,000 committee funds to update QA&M planning documents for the pending grant application for emergency services.
I'll second.
You might add not to exceed.
Not to exceed.
It's already in the resolution. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, never mind. Disregard. Wrong meeting. Right idea, wrong meeting.
Yeah, correct, Mike.
Okay. Discussion, further discussion? I think it's yeah, it sounds like it. And
they already have the money. That's just letting them start.
Right, exactly. Okay, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions. I think I heard you all you say aye anyway. 4-0, vote on that one. And thank you very much, gentlemen, for explaining that so well. Appreciate it, and appreciate the opportunity to hear something and advance something that you're working on. So let's see.
Thank you for the support.
Sure. So not much correspondence other than what is in your packets or what I've already shared with you. It's been kind of a quiet week, actually. So the only thing I'm going to mention is that the auditor was actually, we thought it's been a couple of months, but he had something that just really conflicted and he couldn't make tonight. So we're lining him up for the June meeting. So at the half year. Anyway, so present to speak. Anyone there? And feel free because, there's not a lot of people here. Ralph?
Yes, Ralph Toulis, Village Hill Road. I have a question about the suspense list. Two questions. First one, what's the total value? Second question, does it affect the revenue on the current proposed budget?
Right, so that's why it's the fiscal year 26-27. It would affect it for, yeah, not for the budget we're in, but for the next budget. Is that what you mean?
I understand that, but does it change the number that's on the budget that was moved to town to referendum last night?
No, that's a good question. I don't think it does, but I don't know if that's because the suspense list is already behind. It's not. It's like behind. I don't know. Do you happen to know that?
I mean, so you're asking if Ashley had factored this reduction in revenue in the estimate for next year?
Well, I know we sort of, and certainly she can correct me if I'm wrong. We kind of anticipate collections beyond well, that's actually included in the 99.5% collection rate, I believe. So there's always tweaks to the revenue because of catching up with overdue taxes. So maybe it doesn't affect the budget. I just was curious.
I don't think it does, but
It's already old, right?
yeah.
So,
But she did give the amount, Ralph, and just to go back to that and reiterate, it's $28,475.79. So that's the total amount.
Would you say that again, please? I'm sorry.
28,000
Okay.
four
I'm
seven.
I'm just curious if it moves the needle at all at the bottom line of the budget. That's all.
My gut says no, but I think there's some, and as she pointed out, of course, the collection efforts continue on it. It's just at a point where they haven't been successful, and it's that's why
No,
it's being.
I understood what the whole suspense list was all about. I was just curious about the amount and whether or not it influences our current proposed budget. And I don't know exactly how much $28,000 would affect the bottom line anyway. I'm just curious. I have a head for numbers. I can't help it.
That's okay. We appreciate that. We're kind of like that too.
I would hope, given your title.
Okay. Sorry.
No, that's all. Thank you.
Okay. Any other present to speak? Okay, going once, going twice. You can speak on any topic. It doesn't have to be pertinent to what we dealt with tonight. If you have a question about the referendum or anything else, comment. Okay.
Stephanie, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Since you said it's open to any topic, I just want to plug our public forum next Wednesday at the library downstairs. The Emergency Services Facilities Building Committee. We're going to explain what we've learned, and we're seeking public input on a direction or directions that the committee should explore. So hopefully we can fill the room with the public and not so much firemen. And nothing against firemen, by the way, but I'm going to know what the users of this service expect from us. And that would be the taxpayers.
Yeah, I think it's good if representatives from the firehouses are there. That's, certainly people want to hear,
Yes.
and right, Ralph, there'd be room, wouldn't there?
I'm sorry?
There's room for the public and whoever wants to come, right?
Yes. Oh, this is downstairs at the library.
Right, in the community room.
When is it?
It's
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Well, it's not on the town calendar.
Well, I can't explain that, but
What time did you say at?
there was a flyer on the homepage, Christina.
Well, it says it's on the 28th, which is the Thursday.
The flyer says the 28th.
I'm sorry, well, the calendar says it, the
That's
28th.
that's the meeting,
Oh, yeah, okay, but there's nothing on the 27th.
not under agendas for the committee. Look at the flyer on the homepage, LinkedIn homepage.
All right, let me see.
But Ralph, it might be a good idea to get it on the calendar too. Cause then people can, you know,
Well,
Like that.
I'll have to get after our chairman who's been distributing those flyers.
okay, and did you say you did know what time it is? Is it early?
I think it's 6:30 to 9, but we'll be there.
6:30? Yep, I'm looking at it right now.
You do have
Okay.
my figures, thanks.
There will be coffee and soft drinks provided.
Whatever we can do to entice people to the show.
Okay, thanks, Ralph.
I'd opt for pizza, but I don't know how many to get or how much we're gonna have to take home. So you know how meetings can be.
Mhm.
All right, thank
Um,
you. I just wanted to get that plug in. Thanks.
Okay. And the other thing I mentioned before we adjourned is you did get some data that the superintendent and Sherry, the acting business manager, put together for school data, particularly pertaining to cost of the special ed programs and the outplacement students that need to go out of district and require large expense for the services and for transportation. So does anyone have any questions or comments about that? I think Phil had an event that was, actually it's concert night, so that's one of the big things. And at the schools this right tonight. I think it just, I don't know, it's probably still going on. I just wondered, did you guys have anything you wanted to bring forth about that?
Some of them, that's surprised. So
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. It does have quite an impact.
it does paint kind of a grim picture. I can see the numbers.
Okay, anything else?
I do have one question on it. So we have to pay for magnet school still?
Yes,
But-
Mhm.
we do.
Cause I saw like years
Committed for
prior,
all
it was
that.
0. Then all of a sudden like $100,000 a year or more, like for.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the district that they live in is responsible for.
Yeah. And, and of course, the magnet schools are pretty savvy about what to offer that's gonna, attract, there's the space one, it's up in Windsor, isn't it, or something? I don't know, there's quite a few of them and arts, the art schools and stuff that specialize in things that are, attractive to kids. So especially if they're kind of wanting to specialize. Any other observations or questions? Okay, also under good and welfare, besides the emergency services event Wednesday night, 6:30 to 9 in the community room of the library. We also have Wellington Day. It's a little early, so I think we should, meet for the holiday weekend. But
The rain holds back.
yeah, right. That would be good, huh? So that is pretty much, it's all pretty much, well, there's the fun run and all that and the fishing derby, I assume is still going on, but it's all pretty much, as far as the River Road part, it's all 11 to 4. Isn't that where it is?
So
I
I
thought
thought
the
they said it was
centers-
at Center.
Oh, it's center school,
Back in
but
that.
it's like 11 to 4 primarily. Or 11 to 3, something like that.
Yeah,
The fishing derby starts later. I haven't been in a few years.
I know, it starts in the afternoon, yeah.
yeah,
The fun run starts at a fun time.
I think at
Early.
8, I think you said 8 or 9.
Are you running this year?
I'm watching a boat.
You're launching a boat. But can you fill it with gas is the question.
No problem.
I saw a story on the news about that. People are,
I saw the same story.
did you see it?
Yeah, but the weather's.
They're not going very far.
The weather's the main reason they're not going.
Yeah, right. Right. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for coming and being a part of the quorum. Meeting's adjourned.
Awesome.
That's the number one rule of voting. If you can't afford to put gas in it, don't know. Diesel, go sailing, basically, that's.
I've been sailing,